and cholesterol, and hair skin damage. But more importantly, a 2016 study published in the International Journal of Obesity found it triggers a conversion of normal fat in our body into something called brown adipose tissue, or brown fat. Brown fat? I'd never heard of that before. You see, there are two types of fat, white fat and brown fat. It was thought only babies had this special brown fat, which makes up 5% of their weight. Babies can't shiver, so when cold, the brown fat would activate to keep them warm. Researchers assumed that all brown fat disappears during childhood. But in 2009, scientists from Finland made a little-known discovery. Adults have tiny amounts of brown fat too. But what does increasing brown fat have to do with weight loss? I had no idea until I searched deeper and struck gold. A 2021 study published in Nature Medicine of 52,000 women and men from 30 to 80, the largest of its kind in humans, found just one common factor in every overweight man and woman: low brown fat levels. And common in every skinny person? Exactly. Higher brown fat levels. And all those with more brown fat had supported excellent blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels, amazing liver, heart, and artery health, and even higher dopamine levels, the feel-good hormone. Another study published in Time magazine tested increasing brown fat on obese mice. The results? While being fed the exact same diet. This is the mouse with low or normal brown fat, and this is the mouse with increased brown fat. These mice lost nearly 50% of their fat mass in just 2 weeks. That's because while white fat cells are balloon-like stores of excess calories from the food we eat, increasing risk of diabetes and disease, brown fat is the opposite. Despite its name, it's not fat at all. It's not a fat storer, but a fat shrinker. Its brown color comes from its densely packed mitochondria, which work 24/7 to burn calories from your fat stores and the food you eat into pure, natural energy. And even though brown fat cells are tiny and make up a fraction of your weight, they can burn up to 300 times more calories than any other cell in your body. Even a small increase in brown fat means a huge jump in calorie burning and energy levels. Imagine tricking your body into thinking it's running a marathon, but you're not. You're laying on the couch watching TV. And then you'll get an idea of how powerful increasing brown fat is for weight loss. And you keep burning calories like a furnace, week on week, year on year, with no rebounding or side effects. These are exactly the ancient fat-shrinking cells Dr. Lamb was talking about. Remember, 5% of a newborn baby's weight is brown fat, which is about 6.4 ounces. And body scans show the average adult still has around 1.5 ounces of brown fat, which decreases quickly as we age. Not enough to stay slim. But get this, a hidden study in the respected Lancet journal looked at men and women from Vietnam and the island of Cat Ba and uncovered something remarkable. They have a whopping 6.6 ounces of brown fat. That's 450% more calorie-burning brown fat than the average American adult, and even more when they were born. So it's no wonder Dr. Lamb and the Cat Ba Islanders, who eat huge portions of high-carb and high-sugar food, easily have the lowest rates of obesity, even less than Japan and Switzerland, and the highest life expectancy in the entire world. And why a study from the University of Leipzig in Germany found Cat Ba Islanders are immune to weight gain. You see, your low levels of brown fat are the real root cause of your unexplained belly fat, aging, depression, and fatigue. But don't start booking a journey to Cat Ba Island to harvest some Paria leaves yourself, because second on Dr. Lamb's list was a magical substance. Did you know bees don't just produce honey, but also a smooth resin called propolis with over 300 potent antioxidants and vitamins with blood sugar supporting and anti-allergy effects? Propolis is so rare, it's like manna from heaven. Thousands of years ago, Greeks used it for medicine, Egyptians used it to fight infections, and in World War II, they took propolis for healing. And the best part, a study published in Molecular Biology shows propolis converts large white fat cells into tiny calorie-burning brown fat cells as well. Can you imagine the results of combining Paria and propolis together? But it doesn't stop there, because next was white Korean ginseng root that the University Health Center in Montreal found converts dangerous white fat into brown fat too. White Korean ginseng's other benefits are huge. It supports a healthy immune system by 38%, reduces oxidative stress, and boosts cognition, memory, and mood. Now, one study found it improves men's erection quality by 60%. Next, kudzu root, native to Cat Ba Island, an exotic antioxidant root that Japanese scientists have found that yes, you guessed it, increases brown fat too. Kudzu supports a healthy heart, can reduce back pain, and a study from Yale University School of Medicine found reduces headaches by as much as 61%. It even reduces sugar cravings and is great for oral health, supporting gum health and reducing risk of tooth loss and decay. Recently, Dr. Oz featured kudzu as a booty fat melter. Finally, Amir cork tree bark. Used as a painkiller in traditional Vietnamese medicine, this bark is full of berberine that rapidly multiplies brown fat levels and is fantastic for gut health, reducing bloating, aiding regular toilet breaks, and easing digestive symptoms. One study found taking berberine daily caused a weight loss of about 10 pounds every few weeks and a drop of 20% in fasting blood sugar. Over 5,000 other studies show berberine also supports a healthy heart, liver, kidneys, and every cell in your body. So I was excited to see it on Dr. Lamb's list. I sat back in my chair, feeling like I'd won the lottery. I had to try this incredible, life-changing recipe straight away, but there was a problem. Finding high-quality suppliers of the tropical superfoods took weeks, then months to arrive, and more time to carefully extract the leaves, pigments, roots, and resins. It cost me over $1,200, and in the end, I was tired and didn't have a day's worth of the recipe. I needed help. Of the 12 respected and independent scientists eager to work with me, I chose the British doctor, Dr. James Wilkins, an anti-aging and weight loss specialist. He'd worked privately for royalty, top athletes, TV, and Hollywood stars. He was so excited to hear of my discovery and greeted me with a firm handshake and a big smile. "Your research is 100% correct," he said. "Not everyone is fat. We all have that one annoying friend who eats what they want and stays skinny. But you eat a single piece of pizza or cake and it instantly sticks to your belly." Well, they don't have a secret. These studies prove they're just lucky to have more calorie-burning brown fat than you. We all lose brown fat since birth at different speeds based on our genetics and body types. And by 35 years old, for most adults, it's nearly gone. Remember eating what you want as a teenager with no issues, but you seem to hit a brick wall as you get older. That's why? I don't mean to scare you, but low brown fat levels are also the common factor in many deadly health conditions like diabetes, high cholesterol, and stroke that kill millions each year. And I've got Monica's and your scan results, and it confirms you, Jack, have around 0.9 ounces of brown fat. And Monica has around 0.6 ounces, which is 91% less than the people of Cat Ba Island. You're burning almost no extra calories. It's no wonder you found it impossible to lose a single pound. Scientists have wondered for years if it's even possible for you to increase brown fat. But I'm 100% sure you can after reading this recipe and certifying all these double-blind studies, he said. And over the next weeks, Dr. Wilkins called in favors with top scientists worldwide to discover 3 more unique plants to boost results. Number 1 recommended by Chief Medical Researcher Professor Joshi from Nepal, holy basil, also known as tulsi. The Hindus worship holy basil. They call it the mother medicine of nature. That's because holy basil is nothing like regular basil. It's a special plant called an adaptogen, which means it helps your body reduce stress, improve mood, and reduce depression. One study from Melbourne University, Australia, found daily holy basil supported healthy cognition, memory, and brain power. Holy basil is also crammed full of ursolic acid, which studies from the University of Iowa and the Public Library of Science show increases healthy brown fat levels and reduces obesity. Number 2, recommended by top research scientist Professor Adamos from Athens, Greece. A special antioxidant polyphenol found in Mediterranean olive leaves called oleuropein. Researchers from the Cairo National Research Center in Egypt found oleuropein converts white fat to brown fat even when being fed a high-fat, high-carb diet. Another 2015 study published in Phytotherapy Research found 50 to 100 milligrams a day could flush out dangerous plaque and support healthy arteries and cholesterol levels. That's why Dr. Wilkins decided to include 200 milligrams of oleuropein, double the effective amount for maximum effect. Finally, number 3, quercetin, a natural flavonoid recommended by Dr. Alonso from Madrid, Spain. He told Dr. Wilkins about a little-known study from Spain that found that quercetin also converts deadly white fat cells to tiny, healthy brown fat cells. It also improves blood pressure by an average of 23% and neutralizes free radicals that are unstable molecules in the body that can increase the risk of disease. Best of all, it reduces the markers of aging and rejuvenates and repairs aging cells. Amazing. For 6 months, Dr. Wilkins tested over 300 ratios and weights of the 8 anti-aging superfoods to discover a single potent combination 4 times more powerful than the original recipe. And when taken at the right time of day, would rapidly multiply brown fat, dissolving white fat stores into natural energy at lightning speed, while repairing and healing the damage that decades of being overweight has done to every cell in your body. He then sourced and negotiated bulk deals from the most trusted and certified suppliers from Catbaugh and around the world to get the very best price. Finally, he worked with a prestigious state-of-the-art manufacturing facility here in the U.S. that was FDA registered and GMP, Good Manufacturing Practice, certified, who agreed to carefully prepare the rare ingredients into a single, safe, and easy-to-swallow plant-filled capsule to take every morning. Instead of powders which flood your digestion, causing heartburn and are flushed out before helping, a capsule means all-day time release of the potent fat-shrinking formula, even when sleeping. And as soon as they arrived on our doorstep, Monica started. She didn't exercise or diet and started eating all of her favorite foods like pizza and cookies, as Dr. Wilkins requested. She was skeptical. After 16 years of struggle, she was cautious about getting too excited, only to be let down again. But after a few hours, when she felt natural, powerful nutrition flowing through her veins, she knew this was different. One day later, she dropped 3 pounds, but got nothing of it. But every morning that followed, as her calorie-burning brown fat was boosted, her weight dropped 1 pound, 2 pounds, 2 pounds, 1 pound. She was losing weight so fast I was almost concerned, but Dr. Wilkins assured us it was perfectly normal. And in a matter of weeks, 59 pounds of deep, stubborn fat from her thighs, hips, and every corner of her body had dissolved like ice in the sun, going from this to this sexy lady I'm proud to call my wife today. She fell asleep instantly, waking up every morning from the deepest, most refreshing sleep. Her joints were smooth, free from aches and pains. She was alert, focused, and thinking clear. She was showered with compliments from her friends who doubted her, jealous and desperate for her secret. Instead of wanting to hide from the world in baggy clothes, I was delighted to see her strutting around our house in her new yoga pants with her slim-toned belly on display. Or on vacation in her favorite waist-hugging summer dress with a big smile across her face. How confident she felt on the beach in her new bikini with her silky smooth hair, cellulite-free legs, and clear radiant skin on display. She was so proud to notice her reflection in the water with no worries about people smirking behind her back. And not only was Monica in love with her hot, new, firm body, but in love with mine too. I used this tropical hack myself, and every day I was tightening my belt by a notch until 29 pounds had melted from my double chin and belly, while I still drank beer and ate mac and cheese almost every day. Every time we saw each other, our eyes widened. We couldn't keep our hands off each other. We were like teenagers again, enjoying the most amazing, passionate nights of our lives. The spark in our marriage was back, and still is to this day. That's what's made it all worthwhile for me. It seems so simple now, after believing for years losing fat is a complicated process. All it took was 5 seconds to grab a glass of water and a tiny capsule and get on with our day stress-free. The only thing you'll stress about is having to buy new head-turning, tight-fitting clothing or renewing your wardrobe completely. When Dr. Wilkins saw us again, he was astonished as he saw our slim, athletic figures. "Monica, your health markers are incredible," he said. "You've gone down nearly 60 pounds, and that's 6 dress sizes. Your heart, cholesterol, and blood pressure are that of a 20-year-old. Your dopamine levels, the happy hormone, are 40% higher. Your resting heart rate is that of an athlete. Best of all, I have your scans. Take a look. Your brown fat levels are now 900% higher than they were before. That's 9 times more calorie burning, 9 times more fat dissolving power," he said. Can you imagine when your doctor tells you the same? How will you feel? But neither of us could believe it. After 16 years of darkness, Monica felt like the light had finally been turned on. Now, we had to share this secret with you and all those struggling with fat. But Dr. Wilkins said 2 people wasn't enough proof it would work for every single overweight person out there. So he put a request for volunteers online. 1,820 men and women from age 31 to 85, from 14 to 114 pounds overweight of all shapes and sizes signed up. We shipped them a few months' worth of the capsules each and waited. And the results that poured in just weeks later were more incredible than we ever imagined. Every single person had a 400 to 900% increase in brown fat. That's at least 4 to 9 times their previous calorie-burning power. Cravings vanished. Sex drive skyrocketed. Bloating, brain fog, and anxiety disappeared. Sleep was deep and refreshing. Loose skin was ironed out. Instead of soft, wobbly fat, they felt toned, taut muscle. They supported new, healthy hearts, arteries, and blood pressure. 96% of participants lost over 24 pounds. The average weight loss was 31 pounds. Some lost as much as 76 pounds. The other 4% lost over 15 pounds, but were still ecstatic. And many months later, the weight had stayed off, just as the science said it would. They felt freedom for the first time in their lives to eat what they want, wear what they want, with no worries.
I couldn't tell you how many diets I've been on. I've tried more than I can count on all my fingers and my toes. I thought I had seen it all, but these tropical plants are just on another level.
I think my situation got out of hand when I went to my fridge one night and I saw 4 different takeout boxes from 4 different places. At that point, I realized our love for takeout had certainly gotten out of control. Something had to change. So I gave the trial a go and smashed a 6-pound weight loss in my first week. All my junk food cravings went away just like that.
There's no doubt that being overweight was hard for me, both physically and emotionally. But with this tropical solution, I was safely and quickly out of my dark hole.
My lowest point is when my son stopped inviting me to ball games because he was embarrassed of me and my weight. So obviously, when I saw this, I knew I couldn't miss out.
I finally lost my ugly double chin and my flabby arms. I can live my life how I want now, no limitations. It's brilliant.
This is an easy, natural choice for weight loss without compromising on what I eat or my lifestyle, and I am so glad I went for it.
Life now is incredible. My belly no longer hangs over my belt. I can mow the lawn painlessly. Walk the dog twice a day, no problems. And I still have the energy to throw the ball with my boy. What more could you want?
Now